Hey guys, today we're going to be working on using some formulas here in Google Sheets. We were doing some of this in Microsoft, or we were close to getting to this in Microsoft. So I'm going to show you how this works in Sheets. Essentially, these spreadsheet programs are just big calculators. All right, and if you know how to use a calculator, you know that it can save you a lot of work and thinking by doing all the math for you. Just like any tool, you have to know how to use it to get the full use out of that tool, right? If I pick up a guitar and I don't know how to play the guitar, there's not much I can do with it. But if someone that has a lot of training and knows a lot about the guitar, they can make it sound really cool. So, a tool is just there. You really have to know how to use the tool to get the most out of that tool. So what we're going to do today, we have a sales spreadsheet. So we have 4 people and how much money they've sold worth of products. We're going to use a formula to calculate the total, so what they sold all together. We're going to find the average of these 4 people. We're going to find who had the highest and who had the smallest amount of sales. All right, for total sales, we are going to be working with the sum function. So if I come in here to insert, I go to function, you can see all sorts of functions over here, lots of different options. The most common ones you'd find are going to be up here at the top. Okay, another place to find these is on your ribbon, and you've got this little function button. We see the exact same list of options. So for here, I'm going to do sum. Okay, when I type it, when I hit that sum button, it's going to give me an equal sign, which we have to put in first before we can get any formula answer. It's going to put in the formula next, or the function next, called sum. It's going to have a parenthesis, and what it wants is it wants me to choose the cell, the first cell to the last cell. So it's going to be B2, and then I'm going to put in a colon, and then I'm going to put the last cell, which is B5. And you'll notice up here, it now selected all those cells, and it even gives me a little hint of what it's going to say. If I hit enter, it is going to give me my answer. Okay, so real quick, just to recap, if I have 2 plus 2, and I put it in a box and I hit enter, nothing happens. If I put in equals 2 plus 2, this now tells the computer, that equal sign tells the computer that I'm not just typing something in, I am calculating something. So that equals sign has to come first anytime you're calculating in either Excel or Google Sheets. So now when I hit enter, it gives me an actual answer. All right, average. We don't have to go over here and find the function. We can type it in ourselves. So equals average. Okay, and you usually type it in capital letters. It should work without capital letters, but I just usually use them. As you start typing, you'll see it gives you some suggestions, so you don't have to type the whole thing out. Like right here, I typed in just AV, and I can see average down here. If I click on it, it adds the parenthesis for me. And then again, I want B2 through B5. So B2 colon B5. Close the parenthesis and hit enter. My average sales for all these people was $29,667. Okay, max sales equals max. Now for this one, there's only 4 numbers, so it would be pretty simple for me to go through and say Wallace had $43,090 in sales. That's clearly the highest out of these 4 values. But if I gave you a list of 50 salespeople or 500 sales figures, then you really wouldn't want to go through 500 lines and try to find the biggest one. This is much faster. So again, we're going to choose our range. I don't have to type it in. I can click and drag, and you'll notice down here, it automatically types it out for me. I can hit enter, and it finds my largest one. And then finally, equals min, start my parenthesis, click and drag, close the parenthesis, and it's going to tell me that 14,000 was the smallest sales value out of all of our options.